So here he is. Deck is back. I've given him a clean, and obviously now we got the roof off, and I think it looks really cool. And I think because it's got Wolf wheels, right? So it's got upgraded, larger wheels. It just looks a bit beefier and a bit more stout. So, but yeah, the only thing is, this is what I'm in two minds about. He is starting to patina a bit now. So you can see there's a little bit of rust happening on the hinges and stuff. And I'm kind of like in two minds as to whether or not I keep him in like perfect condition, or if just let him age and patina naturally. But he's 1984, so he's nearly the same year as me. I would have loved to get one that was the same year as me. He's in his 40s. It's a 41-year-old car, so, you know, I don't think he looks too bad, but you can see there's a few little blemishes that are like just going, but he does have, so he went into Henley Classics, and he's had a carb rebuild. He's had a new choke system built in, some issues with the steering column which have been tidied up. Something like it wasn't greased, it wasn't didn't have the right lubricant in it, it was packed full of grease or something like that. And I think everything else is sound as a pound. He starts really nicely now, and he's running really nicely, and a bit of a carb tune, so he's the mixture is better. And obviously the canvas roof off, which I still need to go pick up. Sorry, Stevie, I've left that there with you. And then I took him and gave him a bit of a clean. And the other things I'm debating. The other things I'm debating are putting a teak steering wheel on, and possibly, I said I wouldn't do this, but possibly changing the seats and the center box to like a sort of tan leather, or something that doesn't burn your ass when you sit down on it, because obviously it gets a lot of sun now, and this burns your ass. But at the same time, I also said I'd never make it too nice. So, but I did get the user. If you come around here, Joe, you can see that the rear cross member is a little bit shabby. When they had it on the lift, they said that it was the chassis there's a couple of patches where it had been patched previously. It's in good nick, but they were like, it really is. It's gonna need a new chassis. So the plan was always to get a new chassis put on in the winter, and so that's what's going on. So at the end of this year, what I'm going to do is he's going to go into probably Windsor Classics. I know it's confusing. There's Henley Classics and Windsor Classics. Henley Classics is my local classic car place, and Windsor Classics is my local Land Rover specialist, right? So he's going to go to Windsor Classics for a new chassis, and Richard and the guys there are going to do that. So I'll probably film some of that, but I'm going to do aluminium or galvanized chassis, and then they'll probably, they'll probably find 1,000 things that need doing there as well. So the plan was to buy another one. I was actually going to buy Joe's neighbour's Series 3, which is super patinaed and rotten, and restore that one as well. But you know what? I've got one, and I might as well just put the time and energy into this one. So that's him. He looks cool. No, the original colour was like that dark green, like the sort of farm green, like you see a lot of the Series 1s. And the guy who had it before me, he changed it to this colour, which is my personal favourite Land Rover colour. They call it mid-green, I think. Yeah, I think it's called mid-green. I was actually considering doing a custom Harley in the same colour, but that's a bit wanky, isn't it? A matching car and bike, I think. It's a bit wanky. The only other colour I would do for a Series Land Rover, I mean, I saw there's a guy I follow on Instagram, I forget his name now, and he has got a completely bare one, so it's just bare aluminium, and it looks wicked. But that's a different vibe. The only other colour I really like is some of the Australian ones are this bright orange, and I think that's pretty cool. Orange is my favourite colour. But you know what? I bought him this colour, and it's just his colour. That's the colour of deck. So I don't think you want to change too much. I think the car has its own story, and you kind of got to embrace that. You're the custodian of it, and you don't want to go putting too much of your own input on it. I think cars like this, it's not about you, it's more about the car, right? So I think there's a fine balance. For those who haven't seen as well, for those who didn't see one of my other videos, I'll tell you what I've done since I had him. I put on the Wolf wheels and the big tyres, upgraded tyres. I've still got the originals. I mounted the spare onto the bonnet because it was originally mounted in the back. It was originally a hard top, and I took that off and put a soft top on, a rag top. I do still have the hard top though. Obviously, I then changed the rear door because it was a full door, so I've gone to the side door. The old drop-down tailgate style one, because I think that's kind of cooler because you can pop it down and sit on it. And I had these ideas that we would like go and watch the polo and have something to sit on. And then I also put on the decorative rope on the front, which I think is just a cool. It's just like a cool point of interest. I think it looks cool. Yeah, and at Christmas I always put a wreath on the grill. I'm in an iron about changing the grill. Some people do the metal grill, but I don't know. I kind of like the plastic one. I think it's cool. It's a Series 3. That's what it's got. I don't like to mess with it too much, you know. So I think he looks. I think he looks cool. I think and I did the mud flaps as well. I did the proper mud flaps, front and rear, and that's pretty. I think that's all I did. Yeah. So I've spent a bit of money on him. This is a little bit bent, and I spent a bit of money on him, but not too much. Someone told me once, a Land Rover nerd in the comments told me that these are actually the wrong way round, and I was like, they are, but yeah, but it's cool. Whatever, doesn't matter. Yeah, hey, it's mine. It's got to be a little bit weird. Let me know in the comments what you think. I love running it open. I'm kind of tempted to leave it open. And I'm also on the hunt for the right blanket to chuck in here, like a classic sort of like Navajo style blanket that I can have in the back. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you think it looks cool? Does it look better? Does it look worse? Do you prefer hard tops? Do you like a rag top? Or is running it open the cool thing? I like this vibe. It's kind of beachy. It's great for like the hot weather. It's a real vibe, man. Do you know what I mean? I like. It's fun to drive like this. It's kind of like halfway between driving a car and riding a bike. Do you know what I mean? Anyway guys, thanks for watching the video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe. I've got a few more like bike videos and stuff coming. Thanks for watching guys. See you next time.